Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Hope all are good. I am Tipu from here. I am also good. Today we are going to do a full complete project using ESP32 and SIM800L, and we are going to use two sensor, and this one is MQ2 gas sensor and one is flame sensor. Okay, so I just make a animation for you and I will describe with the animation. Okay, so first, if smoke is detected, then our SIM800L will send a SMS to our phone that smoke is detected. Okay, and when the fire is detected, then our SIM800L also send a alert for fire is detected. Okay, and we can check a status from our phone to the modem, and then it back to the system is okay or not, and the current condition of the devices. Okay, so we are going to do exactly this with the real hardware. So let's make the same circuit. Okay, let's familiar with our component today we will use, and this is the breadboard. We need a breadboard and we need a ESP32. This is our microcontroller. Today we are using ESP32. This is the SIM module and this is SIM800L, and you can see this is SIM800L, and we need a micro SIM card. Okay, so this is the micro SIM card and this is the micro SIM card. We need this. I put the SIM card here. This is the SIM card and this is the antenna where I just solder it, and then we need a MQ2 gas sensor. This is the MQ2 gas sensor, and this is the flame sensor we need. This is the flame sensor, and we use the digital pin. We need a lots of wire, connecting wire. Okay, male to male, male to female. I hope this is you have already, and we need a capacitor, and there are two options for powering. Okay, so this is the battery option and you can use directly the with power adapter. Okay, but today I am using the battery. Okay, this is the 18650 battery, and this battery are connected in parallel, so this is like one battery. Okay, it's output like 4.2 volt, and I am using the booster module, and it takes the battery voltage as input 4.2 volt and it's give output to 5 volt. Okay, so this is the pin 5 volt plus, because this is a PCB, but today I am not using the PCB, but I only taking the voltage from here. Okay, so this is 5 volt and ground. I will take only 5 volt and ground from here. Okay, so this is the input like this. So this is the battery we are using for powering the board. Okay, so let's finish the wiring. So first I need to insert our port. Okay, make sure, because this ESP32 board sometimes are covering all the pins. So because this is not all the pin, we can use only the upper pin for testing the getting the this project on the breadboard. Okay, so this is the SIM module. This is also the same. We only need this upper part. Okay, the BCC, the reset button, the RXT and TXT, and ground. Okay, I already share the circuit diagram with you, so don't worry, just. And let's finish the wiring first. So first we need to put this capacitor. This is from ground and to BCC. Okay, so this is the ground and BCC done, and we need to take the B in to the plus, and we need to ground to minus. So all my pin are like 5 volt and ground, so I can take from any of the hole. Okay, so I need 5 volt. This is the BCC pin, and you already know this BCC pin will go to the external power supply. We will put that later, but we need a common ground. You can see this is the common ground and it will connect it with the ground pin here, and we will need a ground pin for the external power supply. Okay, so this is the external, these two for external power supply, 5 volt and ground. And now we'll connect a TX pin. This is a TXT pin, and I hope this one is the TXT pin. This is TX, and TX goes to GPIO 26, and this is a GPIO 26. Okay, so this is 26, and the RXT pin goes to okay, so this is the RST pin, and RST pin goes to 27 of ESP32. Okay, so this is the TXT and this is the RXT. Okay, that's it. And we need another wire to connect the RST pin. Okay, this is TX, this is RX, and this is the reset pin, RST pin. Okay, the reset pin will goes to 25. This is 25. So our modem connection with the ESP32 and SIM800L is almost done. Okay, so this is done. And now for the gas sensor. Okay, so this is the gas sensor, and I check this is the gas sensor pin out. The first one is VCC, then ground, and then analog 0. Okay, so this is our VCC pin. So let's use the VCC pin to here. First VCC, then ground, and this is the ground, the VCC ground, and we need a long wire to connect the analog pin. So this is one analog pin. So now it will put this one like this. Make sure it is all pointed and connected. So this one goes to our MQ2 sensor pin, goes to 34. This is our 34. This one. Okay, this is the 34. And last and final, we need to connect this flame sensor. Okay, same diagram. This is the flame sensor pin out, and the first one is VCC ground, then D0. The first one is VCC plus VCC, then ground, VCC ground, and D0. Okay, so VCC ground and D0, VCC ground and D0, digital one. Okay, almost done. And this D0 pin goes to 35. So this one is 35. Okay, so this one, our circuit is almost ready, and we just need to connect this external power supply for SIM800L. Do not connect this external power, do not connect the SIM800L to ESP32 directly. It will burn and it will on connect. So this is the VCC pin, and this is goes to the 5 volt pin, and this is the ground pin goes to ground pin. Okay, so this is our circuit, and you can see when I give the power, it's already blinking, start blinking. And I will show you a trick. Without uploading any code, you can check your SIM module is connected with the network is not, because when it is blink like that, 3-second interval. Okay, look closely, this is 3-second interval, and if it's 3-second interval, then it is successfully get a network and it is connected with the network. Okay, so all our is okay. Okay, our SIM module is okay, because SIM800L is very power hungry devices, and it is very complex to give a stable power. And you can see I give it the power with this 5 volt. Okay, some module are cannot tolerate with 5 volt directly, and some module are tolerated with 5 volt. So in your datasheet, first read carefully if your SIM800L support 5 volt or not. Okay, I have a separate video on the troubleshooting of SIM800L. I will put this link in the description, so please watch it if it connect, if it's not connect right now. Okay, watch this video first. Okay, so done. Our circuit is done, and let's open the code for us. And this is the code we are going to use, and this code also in the GitHub. I will put the GitHub link in the description. Okay, so you need to replace some text here. Okay, so first is the admin number. Okay, this is the my number, but you have to put your own number with the country code. Okay, and the modem TX, RX, RST all are same, and the smoke threshold we are using is 2500. So you need to calibrate your, okay, but it is quite good. And in the setup, we are initializing our modem, we are initial our sensor, and if it is connected, we are printing that the signal value is right there and the operator name. Okay, and we will synchronize our network with the current timestamp. Okay, so we will get the time from our network, that's it. And we will SMS mode, or because we need to send SMS and to receive SMS. Okay, so first we will print the system is online and our fire and gas monitoring device is active. First our system send this SMS to the admin number. Okay, and in the loop we are check for the incoming SMS. Okay, so that's it. And the incoming SMS, we are handle the SMS from this function. Handle SMS means the status. It is, if the SMS is status, then it will get back to some info. Okay, we will check that. And in the check sensor, we are reading the sensor value, and if the sensor value, the fire value, because the fire flame is using the digital pin. Okay, so digital pin is means high and low. So if digital value is low, then our fire is detected, and then we will send the value with fire detected in the SMS. Okay, and this is the cooldown, because we don't want to send multiple SMS at a time. Okay, so we are implement the cooldown time. So one SMS sent, it needs some time to send another one. Okay, so that is the cooldown, but this is the good. And smoke detected logic is like that. If the smoke value is greater than the threshold value, then we will send the SMS that smoke is gas leakage. Then we detect the gas leakage is detected, and this is the value. So that's it, very simple. I hope you will like it, and let's upload the code. Okay, so let's connect our and select the board ESP32 dev module and select the port is COM8. Okay, so let's upload the code. Okay, so done uploading, and let's open the serial monitor and let's press the reset button, and first it will connect with the network and it will send an SMS that our system is ready. Okay, so let's wait for the SMS. Don't worry for our voltage power down, I already told you. No problem, it's not a problem. Initial, it will take some time to connect with internet network, to find network and register network, but once it is connected, then it's not a problem. Okay, you can see our SIM module is start to found the network, and you can see network is fine, and we got signal quality 26, which is very good. Okay, you can see we just got the message, and this is the message, and it is says our IoT system is online, fire and gas is active. Okay, so you can see we got the message, and now we will test the flame sensor. Okay, so I just put the gas light and I will flash, and you can see fire is detected, and it will got the message. Okay, fire detected sensor, and this value is 0. Okay, so fire is detected. So our flame sensor is working. It's just detect the fire and send SMS. And now we will uh, leakage the gas. We will use this is also a gas sensor. I just press to release the gas. Okay, so let's use the gas, and you can see in the monitor its smoke level, and you can see it is high, and this is the SMS. Smoke and gas leakage detected, and value is 25. Remember we said the threshold here is 200 and 2500. Okay, so that's it. Our system is fully working, and if you focus on the code, you can see we used a cooldown period for 3 minutes. Okay, because if we do not use the cooldown period, uh, it will send multiple SMS, so it will discharge all each SMS. So we don't need that. We will wait 3 minutes for cooldown, and then it will send again. Okay, but our sensor is working. You can see, yes, fire is detected. Okay, now we will test the status of our system. Okay, so let's send the status status. Okay, so this is the status, and we will send the SMS status, and our system will receive the status message, and it will send our feedback message. This power is on, signal is 27%, smoke level is right now 239, and fire sensor is safe. Okay, so this is, if you want to use a command to get the current status of your devices, you can simply type the status and send. It will receive the SMS, and it will send back with the information. So that's for today. I hope this project will help you in your university project or in your school project, and you can use it, and you can make a uh, design a circuit to make this more clean and more beautiful without this wire. Okay, so that's it from today. This video is helpful for you. Please subscribe my channel. Thank you.